Time to kill. I felt sick. I slumped against the radar machine that searched the skies for targets. We had shot down a British airplane. I had shot down a British airplane. Maybe not all by myself, but I had helped. Was the artillery shell that hit the bomber one of the ones I had hauled over? Simon had been shot down just like this by an anti-aircraft emplacement outside Berlin, and now I had done the same thing to someone else. I didn't know how many RAF officers were on that bomber. Were they already dead, or were they parachuting into enemy territory? Whichever it was, I'd killed them, whether it was now or later. I joked with Simon that I had a deal with Allied bombers. I didn't shoot at them, and they didn't shoot at me. But now I had shot at them. It had always been kind of a joke, but deep down I'd really believed it, that no British bomb would ever kill me. Now all deals were off. Another bomb hit the same building across the street, cratering the lot and knocking us all off our feet. I hauled myself up on the radar machine and found myself staring at a panel of knobs and readouts for calibrating the thing. I did the German look to make sure I was alone, then twisted every dial I could way out of position. If we hit anything now, it would be by complete and utter accident. The AA gun kept up a steady pace. Boom, 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 boom. At optimum speed, we were supposed to be getting off 15 to 20 rounds per minute, but because it was our first night, and because we were all 13 to 17 years old, it was probably more like 5 to 7 rounds per minute. But that was still too many shots at British bombers for my taste. I snuck another peek at my watch. 3:27. I still had time to kill, which meant I suddenly realized was a very bad way of putting it. "You're missing everything," one of the boys told Fritz, and I smiled to myself. My sabotage had worked. I would have to be sure to always do that before the planes came. One of the older SRD boys, I think his name was Otmar, laughed. "Come on, Quex. How do you expect to kill that scientist if you can't even shoot down a plane?" One of Otmar's buddies, Erhard, I think, though I was always getting the two boys confused, laughed and punched Otmar in the shoulder. I fumbled the handoff of my next artillery shell. Kill a scientist? What were they talking about? Fritz did the German look. He caught me gaping at them and shot Otmar, Erhard, an angry frown, as if to say, "See? Be quiet. People are listening." They went back to work, and I slipped around to the other side of the AA gun to think. Was that what Fritz and Max and, I guessed, Erhard and Otmar had been pulled away to do? Was that what the science team meant? That they were training to, assassinate some scientist somewhere? And then a deeper thought struck me with all the force of an Allied bomb. Fritz and Max and Otmar and Erhard were the assassins my parents were looking for, and an Allied scientist was their target. I was lost in thought when Max appeared in front of me. "I know why we're not hitting anything," he snarled. "Because you sabotaged the radar machine."